I mean, we're the same age, but looking up to her just since I was a teenager and watching her navigate her country music to pop career so gracefully, and just the way she treats her fans is so kind. And it's such a cool thing to be a part of the Fearless re-release. And no, I mean, we did the Eras tour in Chicago. She had me out as a special guest to do that song. And
Dallas is my hometown, and I've never played this stadium, so you are giving me a huge bucket list moment tonight.
So there's nothing like a good Taylor Swift story. Here, former country artist Maren Morris share her time at Taylor on tour, as well as other Taylor Swift related stories that you probably missed this month.
How long have you known Taylor?
We met, I think it was on her Reputation tour. She was kind enough to ask me to come out and sing my song The Middle with her. And we were in Arlington, Texas at the Cowboys Stadium, which is like where I'm from. So she was nice enough to like give me that date. And so we met then. And then she's just been like so supportive of me and my career over the years. And I also, I mean, we're the same age, but looking up to her just since I was a teenager and watching her navigate her country music to pop career so gracefully, and just the way she treats her fans is so kind and generous.
She's kind of doing it all right.
Yeah,
right
she's
now.
setting a high bar. And so actually, like, there was these signs on the inside of the barricades of her stadium shows, and it's like, it says basically to the local security, like, fan-friendly show, be kind.
Yeah.
So even to the like local security, like her team saying like, don't, you know, mess with the fans. Like, they're here to have fun and everyone's really
time.
respectful. And I was like, oh, I love that.
Yeah, she doesn't
she's
stop.
the best.
Collaborate with like some of the biggest artists like Taylor Swift. Like, what is that like to collaborate with someone like her? Right?
I mean, yeah, exactly. That was my reaction too when she called me. No, I mean, I fell in love with her songwriting back in high school, and I just turned 35, so I feel like even before I met Taylor, I had this friendship in my mind with her. But no, it was...
We all do, right?
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Yeah. As anyone breathing does. But no, it was such a cool thing to be a part of the Fearless re-release. And no, I mean, we did the Eras tour in Chicago. She had me out as a special guest to do that song, and it's called You All Over Me. And I mean, it was... I've never seen a crowd like that. And there's just not a crowd like hers, because they're so supportive. They're listening to all the lyrics. They want to hear every nuance and breath in between words. Like, they're truly locked in. So it was a real treat to experience on that plane.
In Dallas at AT&T Stadium, night one, ending the tour. We had to do something really special. This is something really special. Just look at her, it's Maren.
Texas.
So tell me what Dallas means to you.
Dallas is my hometown, and I've never played this stadium, so you are giving me a huge bucket list moment tonight.
Yay! It's a very, very, very big, beautiful stadium, and isn't it so nice in here?
It is. It's like air conditioned
Yeah.
and a stadium.
Air conditioning is really important.
Who would you say in your phone is the most famous person's number that you have?
I mean, I feel like I'm name dropping, but that's obviously
It's
the
a question. There's no
yeah.
name dropping.
Yeah, Taylor Swift.
Yeah, okay.
She's been super, super sweet and supportive of me, and I'm just such a fan of what she does and her platform. So we text sometimes, and she's been so sweet about my son that was born a few months ago, and has just been such a sweet friend about me being a new mom.
Do you see a potential Taylor Swift Maren Morris collab in the future?
I mean, never say never. I would love to write with her. She's one of, I think, the best songwriters in the world right now. She can really do anything. And I learn a lot as a writer just listening to her albums. And, you know, kind of that's what I love to do with albums, is just like figure out how they got to that hook and that line. So yeah, I would love to write with her someday. I know we're all so busy right now in 2020, but no, I would love to do something at some point when the time is right.
Taylor Swift story, the road rage story, I'm sure you know that one.
Yeah.
I'm in traffic, guy behind me, beep, 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 beep. It's like, go around, I'm driving one of my stupid cars. You know. Go around me, go around me. A guy goes around me, gives me the finger. Right? So I pull him, I go, what's that all about? And he starts swearing at me the F word. And being a comic, you can size people up pretty quickly. I went, let me guess. 52 years old, fat, bald, divorced, your kids hate you, your job sucks. What was your greatest day? In high school? Was that your greatest day? It's been downhill. And he starts crying. He goes, yeah, that's all true. I went, hang on, I pull over. Now I get in this car and I go, look, I'm sorry. No, everything you said is true. My kids hate me. Wow, I got 2 girls, 9 and 11. I said, well, look, are they Taylor Swift fans? They love Taylor Swift. I said, look, I got Taylor Swift on the show on Wednesday. Bring your girls, I'll introduce them to Taylor. And she was great. I told her the story. She gave them swag and gifts and all kinds of stuff, you know. And it was okay, rather than what could have been a really ugly situation. Turned out to be a kind of a funny story.
Sure. All right.
Yeah, all right, here we go. And here's our last one from Swifty ESPN, Swifty Sports Center.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, didn't know there was. All right. If you had to give a 30-minute lecture on any topic other than sports, but aren't allowed any preparation, what topic would you choose and why? Hashtag no dumb questions.
30-minute lecture on a topic on sports.
Man, gosh, that's such a good question.
Just really don't know anything else.
You know so much. I would give a lecture on how listening to different music at different times of the day can make you a happier human being.
Nice. That's a good one. I would
go back to the Hard Knocks moment, the financial stability talk. And part of that sort of education for those young men, you say, yeah, and I was going to meet Taylor Swift and I almost bought a Rollie, but I didn't because of this. And what I want to get to is, in that moment, did you feel like you had to bring up a woman or sort of phrase it that I was going to meet Taylor Swift and here's my Rollie because that's what you did in locker rooms?
It's a great question. It's a really good question. First off, I gotta say, I've been a Taylor Swift fan way longer than all these other bandwagon friends, fans. Excuse me. And also, the closet door was made of glass. I mean, I was the biggest Taylor Swift fan my entire life, and I don't know how anybody didn't see that. I don't know, man. I'd never been asked that question before. That's a good question. I think there was probably there was a ton of things that I would say to like curate, a look of like, oh, I was straight. Oh, I wasn't gay, obviously. Didn't have a guaranteed contract. I was very worried about getting outed, and I didn't want to, have all the work that I put in at Penn State my entire life kind of be taken away. So I guess that is one of the more funny moments of where I was kind of putting on a little fake show to try and, show that I was.
If you had been trying to put on a fake show for so long, what finally made you comfortable on June 21st of 2021 to be very straightforward and say, oh, by the way, guys, I'm gay?
Oh my gosh. My conscience.
Shush. All this time, I never learned to read your mind.
You never learned to read my mind.
Couldn't turn things around.
You couldn't turn things around.
You never gave a warning sign.
I gave so many signs. So many signs.
Around that time, like everybody, like me, Aaron was going on Instagram Live and just playing stuff he's been working on because I think we just needed to share.
Yeah.
And Taylor heard it. Those, again, all the glory goes to Taylor for hearing as a songwriter what music she wants to make. But like those songs are Big Red Machine demos.
Amazing.
At their core, you know what I mean? And then her genius was working with the genius of Aaron Dessner on making the strongest set of lyrics and songwriting that she's ever had, really.
Yeah.
And so during that process, I'm just sort of like watching it happen, and to me, it was very much like seeing Taylor enter our whole universe. Of course, there's no one bigger, and we're all bowed down to her, But to see her come into that, it was almost like I couldn't stop blinking. I was like, this makes so much sense. The love and community that Aaron had showed me over these years, and what we'd done with Big Red Machine and people and all the events that we had done, Taylor was just stepping right into it and flawlessly taking it. And then Aaron hits me up and is like, so, Butto, I think there's a song, that Taylor would like you to sing. I was like, Taylor? He's like, yeah, I haven't told you yet, but, taking some of the songs and she's writing to them. I was like, awesome. I'm not doing anything today, So they sent it, and I ended up adding a couple little bits, but that's how Aaron and Joe and Taylor wrote the song, and I just sang it on an SM7 in my little makeshift studio.
Just quarantining kind of on your own, just figuring it out.
And it felt level to everything else. I mean, it's an exceptional song and an exceptionally popular song for a good reason, but it felt just so natural. And I'm so thankful for that opportunity just to have worked with such an amazing artist.
I hope this is Taylor's version. It is. Good. Okay, just checking. As I'm like, she'll never talk to me again otherwise. It's a great, you could pick out any Taylor record, and she's insanely talented and often ahead of her time. I remember hearing Reputation when she made it as a record, and I was like, not sure about this record, blah, 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 blah. Because I'm a fan, right? And I'm like, yeah, it's not it for me. And then years later, coming back to it and just going, I love this record. Yeah. So somehow she's just way ahead of the curve.
This is me and Taylor at the final night of the Red Tour in Nashville, at the Bridgestone Arena. And it was just one of those things. Her team suggested that I surprise her on stage.
I remember when we broke up, the first time seeing this, you said I've had enough. Cause we hadn't seen each other in a month when you said you needed space. What?
It's one of those things, if her team hadn't suggested it and I just did this, I might have been rugby tackled off the stage. But thankfully, it was all kind of set up. And I've got, if you look on my hand, I've got a blue bandage on. I'd went to Santa's pub the night before, done karaoke, and I was drumming with 2 beer bottles, and I had to get 15 stitches in my hand. I cut my hand open. And then did a gig, and then split it open again, and then that's me getting it wrapped up after the gig.
Oh, it looks part of the costume. You would have never known.
I was a clumsy drunk.
Mm-hmm.
Clumsy drunk.
Mm-hmm.
V.
M.
Okay, you and Taylor Swift have been friends for decades. I'm a big Swiftie. What has been your favorite memory together?
That's a good one. Do you know what? I have this. I was in these court cases for 2 years. Well, it was a lot longer than 2 years, but there was one each year, and I had to go through all my old devices to give them voice notes and blah 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 for the lawyers to have. And going through all my old texts with people that I've known for that long, it was really nostalgic going through. And I think that the period of time that I was on the Red Tour would have been, I lived in Nashville and she lived in Nashville, and we used to fly to and from the gigs together and do all sort of, I don't know, I was literally spent almost every single day with her for about 6 months. So I think that period of time, and I do, I see her when I see her. I probably see her 4 times a year, and we do what I said, instead of catching up the whole time, we have proper sit down 6-hour catch ups, and I think that that's a really nice way to do it. But I think that period, 2013,
it's beautiful.
So I'm always glad to hear and share nice stories about Taylor. And so thank you, Maren Morris, for sharing some, because they give us great insight into Taylor as a regular person outside of the lights and cameras. For more great stories about Taylor, check out this next video.